Good morning, everyone. As you start your day, it's important to stay informed about the weather, especially when big changes are on the horizon. Today is Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, and we're closely monitoring a major storm system that's beginning to take shape across the central United States. This isn't just any storm. Forecasters are warning that it could bring a significant severe weather outbreak as we head into the weekend, with the potential to impact millions of people. Meteorologists are on high alert, working around the clock to analyze the latest data. All the ingredients for a major event are coming together: atmospheric instability, moisture, and strong winds aloft. The situation is evolving quickly, and experts are urging everyone in the region to pay close attention to updates. Right now, the week is starting off warm and pleasant for much of the area. It's easy to be lulled into a false sense of security, but this is truly the calm before the storm. Take advantage of these quiet days to get ready. Don't wait until the last minute. Looking ahead, Saturday, October 18th, is shaping up to be the most volatile day. Warm, moist air surging north from the Gulf of Mexico will collide with a powerful cold front dropping down from Canada. This classic clash of air masses is a recipe for explosive weather. This setup could trigger a wide range of severe weather, including damaging straight-line winds, large hailstones, and even the possibility of tornadoes. Communities across the Central Plains and Midwest should be especially vigilant. The unseasonably warm temperatures we're experiencing right now are actually fueling the storms to come, providing extra energy for severe weather to develop. It's unusual for this time of year, and it's a key factor in the forecast. If you live anywhere in the central U.S., now is the time to review your severe weather plan. Make sure your emergency kits are stocked, your family knows where to take shelter, and you have multiple ways to receive warnings. Preparation is key. Don't wait until sirens sound. In the next few sections, we'll break down which areas are most at risk, what specific threats you should be ready for, and how the weather pattern will shift across the country. Stay with us as we dive deeper into what you need to know to stay safe and prepared. Let's focus in on Saturday, October 18th, the main day of concern for severe weather this week. This is shaping up to be a day when you'll want to keep a close eye on the sky and stay weather aware from morning through night. The Storm Prediction Center has issued a slight risk for severe storms across a broad area, including Arkansas, the Missouri Ozarks, and parts of southern Illinois. This means that while not everyone will see severe weather, the ingredients are there for storms to become dangerous in these regions. Even a slight risk is nothing to ignore. Scattered severe storms are possible and conditions can change quickly. Make sure you have a way to get alerts and check the forecast frequently throughout the day. In fact, this risk could be upgraded to enhanced, especially for cities like St. Louis and Little Rock, where the atmosphere looks particularly volatile. If you live in or near these metro areas, pay extra attention to updates. If you're planning to be outdoors, at a park, or traveling, be weather aware and have a backup plan. Storms could develop rapidly, so don't get caught off guard. Forecasters expect storms to arrive in two main waves, so it's not just a one-and-done event. The first wave will likely bring a round of rain and gusty winds during the morning hours, making for a wet and breezy start to the day. Roads could be slick, and visibility may be reduced. After a midday lull, a more dangerous round of storms is expected to develop in the afternoon and evening. This is when the risk for severe weather really ramps up. The second wave could feature supercell thunderstorms. These are the types of storms that can produce large hail, damaging winds, and even tornadoes. Stay especially alert during this time. As evening falls, these storms may merge into a fast-moving squall line, bringing widespread damaging winds and the potential for tornadoes, especially after sunset when it's harder to see approaching danger. The threat won't end at sunset. The risk for severe weather could continue well into the overnight hours, with heavy rain, frequent lightning, and strong winds possible while many are sleeping. Make sure you have multiple ways to receive warnings, including a weather radio or phone alerts, and review your family's safety plan now, before storms arrive. Saturday's storm system brings three main threats: damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes. Damaging straight-line winds, over 60 mph, could knock down trees and power lines, causing significant damage. As storms merge into a line, the wind threat increases across the risk area. Large hail is also a concern, with some storms producing golf ball-sized hail or larger. dangerous for cars, roofs, and anyone outdoors. The setup also favors tornadoes, especially with discrete supercells in the afternoon and early evening. Wind shear will help storms rotate, increasing tornado potential. It's vital to have a way to receive tornado warnings instantly. For winds and hail, stay indoors and away from windows. For tornadoes, get to the lowest level of a sturdy building, in an interior room. Prepare a safety kit with essentials like a flashlight, weather radio, and first aid supplies. Planning now can make all the difference when storms hit. Stay alert and ready. What's fueling this major storm? It's a perfect mix of 4 key ingredients. First, a strong low-pressure system over Ontario drags a powerful cold front southward. This front triggers storms by forcing warm air to rise. Second, a secondary low in the plains pulls warm, humid Gulf air north. Dew points in the 50s and 60s provide plenty of fuel. Third, instability. Warm, moist air at the surface and cold air aloft create an unstable atmosphere, measured by Cape values of 1,000–2,000 j/km, enough for severe storms. Finally, wind shear. A strong jet stream above and a low-level jet below create the rotation needed for supercells and tornadoes. These ingredients coming together make this a high-impact setup. That's why meteorologists are watching this event so closely. Understanding the setup helps you prepare for what's coming. Let's look at how this pattern is affecting the rest of the country. This storm system is creating one of the most dramatic temperature divides we've seen across the U.S. in recent years. From coast to coast, the country is split between unseasonable warmth and a deep, lingering chill, all thanks to a powerful clash of air masses. The central U.S. and Corn Belt are experiencing weather that feels more like the heart of summer than early spring. Highs are soaring 15 to 20 degrees above normal. Chicago and Detroit are basking in the 70s, while Little Rock and Dallas are seeing temperatures climb into the 80s and even 90s. People are out in parks, enjoying the sunshine, and cities are buzzing with activity as residents take advantage of the unexpected warmth. This surge of warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico is fueling not just the heat, but also a heightened threat for severe weather. Humidity levels are rising, and the atmosphere is becoming increasingly unstable. Prime conditions for thunderstorms and even the potential for tornadoes in some areas. Even after sunset, the warmth lingers. Nights across the Midwest and South will be unusually mild, with lows only dropping into the 50s and 60s. This is a clear sign of deep Gulf moisture streaming northward, keeping temperatures elevated and making for comfortable evenings outdoors. Meanwhile, the West is experiencing a completely different story. Temperatures there are running 20 to 30 degrees below normal, with some areas in Montana struggling to even reach the 40s during the day. Snow and frost are still common, and residents are bundling up against the lingering cold. This sharp contrast between warm and cold is being driven by a powerful, meandering jet stream. The jet stream acts like a barrier, separating the two air masses and creating a classic setup for active and sometimes dangerous weather across the country. The Northeast isn't escaping the chill either. Highs there will only reach the 40s and 50s, and there's a real risk of frost or even freezing temperatures, especially in inland valleys and rural areas. Residents are waking up to cold mornings and scraping ice from their windshields. While the plains enjoy abundant sunshine and warmth, gardeners and farmers in New England are taking precautions to protect sensitive plants from the cold. Covering crops and flowers has become a nightly routine as they try to shield them from potential frost damage. This nationwide temperature battle is more than just a curiosity. It's setting the stage for a volatile weather pattern. The clash of warm and cold air masses creates a breeding ground for storms, and the potential for severe weather is increasing as these fronts collide. With such a dynamic setup, precipitation is on the move. Let's take a closer look at how rain, storms, and even snow will play out across the country in the coming days. This dynamic storm will bring a variety of precipitation across the country. Early in the week, showers and isolated storms will pop up along the I-95 corridor, but the southeast stays mostly dry until the weekend. The real action is in the nation's midsection. Scattered storms develop Tuesday from the plains to the upper Midwest. The heaviest rain will fall in the upper Midwest and Great Lakes, good news for drought relief. Severe storms in Missouri and Arkansas will also bring torrential downpours and possible flash flooding. On the cold side, heavy snow is expected in the Sierra Nevada and northwestern Rockies, great for ski resorts but hazardous for travel. Canada will also see significant snow, with blizzard conditions possible in Manitoba. Higher elevations in British Columbia and the Yukon add to their early snowpack. This is a coast-to-coast storm with impacts for nearly everyone. Next, let's check on drought conditions. This storm arrives as much of the country faces significant drought. The latest drought monitor shows severe to exceptional drought across large areas, impacting agriculture and water supplies. Rain from this system will help in the upper Midwest and Great Lakes, but intense downpours in the Ozarks and Mid-South could cause flash flooding on dry, hard ground. Unfortunately, some of the driest regions, like central and southern Texas, will miss out, remaining hot and dry under high pressure. Drought there is likely to worsen before it improves. Looking ahead, long-range models hint at a wetter pattern by late October, possibly bringing broader drought relief. This could also mean more temperature swings. We'll be watching these trends closely. Now a quick update on the tropics. While the main focus is the central U.S. storm, we're also watching the tropics. Tropical storm Lorenzo is far out in the Atlantic and poses no threat to the U.S. or Caribbean. Lorenzo will turn northeast and weaken over open water, a typical late-season track. The Atlantic hurricane season runs through November, but the risk to the U.S. drops after mid-October. In the eastern Pacific, there's a low to medium chance of development off southern Mexico, but any storm would likely stay out to sea. Occasionally, Pacific moisture can reach the southwest, but that's unlikely this time. Bottom line, no tropical threats to the U.S. right now. The severe storm system in the heartland remains the top story. This is a powerful storm system. Preparation is key. Review your family's severe weather plan now. Know your safe spot, especially for tornadoes. Make sure everyone knows what to do and where to go when a warning is issued. Have multiple ways to get alerts. Know AA, weather radio, weather apps, and local broadcasts. Don't rely on outdoor sirens, especially at night. Prepare an emergency kit, flashlights, batteries, first aid, medications, water, and food. Secure loose outdoor items. They can become dangerous in high winds. Being ready reduces anxiety and helps you act quickly. Forecasts can change, so stay tuned to trusted sources all week. We'll keep tracking this storm to keep you safe. Stay weather-wise and stay safe, everyone.